Southern California to Alaska, Part 3, Point Roberts, Washington, through Canada to Tok, Alaska. In Part 2, I toured around Washington State and ended the episode in Point Roberts, Washington. Now, on day 13, I am heading north into Canada. I took Highway 99 north from Vancouver. It was raining and the clouds were low for the first half of the day. The mountains along the coast here are beautiful, but I could only see a small part of them. I did not capture a lot of video footage for several hours due to the weather. Highway 99 was awesome as it wound into the mountains. I saw several bears today. The weather cleared up in the afternoon, and I enjoyed outstanding scenery and minimal traffic. The landscape change as I got further inland to this more dry mountain climate was really cool. I ended the day in Lac La Hatche, where I pitched my tent in an out-of-the-way spot on the edge of town. Peanut butter and honey tortillas, not half bad. Good 4-minute snack. Day 14 started out lightly threatening to rain. And I tipped my odometer over the 30,000 mile mark early in the morning. Today, I passed through many hours of fairly flat, boring country. But towards the evening, I got into more mountain country as I approached Terrace, British Columbia. Just before nightfall, I found a campground about 12 miles down a fire service road from Terrace where I pitched my tent, and here I will spend the night. On morning 15, I packed up camp and went into Tim Hortons for coffee. While there, I found that my rear sprocket was loose. I took my hub apart and found that the seal was in poor condition and the push drive bearing was quickly wearing out. The rubber damper was too loose. Tightening up the rubber damper seemed to be a potential solution. I cut strips from my coffee cup and folded them into the spaces. Can a cup of coffee fix everything? We'll see. With the damper back in place, I had a temporary repair. Now, will I make it home? Time will tell. It seems good for now. From Terrace, I took what is locally called the Cranberry Connector, or Highway 113 on my GPS, from Terrace to Highway 37, the Cassiar Hwy. This turned into a Forest Service road that ended at the Cassiar, labeled as Nass Forest Service Road. It was well worth taking and was a really cool route. Although these steel bridges are not popular with many motorcyclists, I enjoy them. Your tires wander a bit as you cross, but it isn't really a problem. You just let it drift a bit. And the bridge looks cool. I got into some rain in the evening and ended camping for the night at Boya Lake Campground. Morning 16 started early. My goal was to make it to Whitehorse and take my hub back apart and take a look at the wear before continuing on. It was getting looser. It rained a bit and the temperatures were cool. They are working on replacing the longest steel bridge on this route. I'll be a little bummed to see the old one gone one day soon. In Whitehorse, I pulled my hub apart and the bearing was in pieces. Tim Hortons had gotten me about 600 miles. Not bad for spacers from a paper coffee cup, I guess. I wasn't going to make it home without some parts, so a $65 cab ride later, I had a bearing and a seal, and with the help of a local shop, got the old bearing race out. I cleaned the hub up a little and put in the new bearing and seal. I used plastic spacers this time from my water bottle to keep the cush drive tight, and with that, I was back on the road. From Whitehorse on, I had great weather. The Kluane Lake area here is my favorite spot between my house in Alaska and Whitehorse. On March 24, there was still ice on the lake. Yeah, summer gets a late start around here. I met a couple friends at the Alaska border close to midnight and finished the ride out to Tok with company. This has been an outstanding trip that has closed the loop from Alaska to Belize that I started last fall and now back home. The last time my bike was in my garage was 14,140 miles ago. It has been a good trip.